Hello everyone, thanks for taking some time out of your day to visit my channel. Now it's been a while, but I'm going to revisit Babymetal today. I've done quite a few, so I wasn't really planning on doing any more, but when I saw that they did a collaboration with the great Tom Morello, one of my huge guitar influences when I was growing up, I had to check this out. So this is a song called Metali. I have not done any other research or anything, but if I see these two artists together, I thought I have to do a reaction to this. So let's get stuck in. Oh, I wasn't ready for that intro. I'm sorry. I'm going to take it back again. Now, I love that instrument. I believe it's kokyu? Kokyu, I think it's something. I think that's the instrument. Correct me if I'm wrong. Beautiful sounding, traditional Japanese instrument. And I've seen it in a few bands that have combined it with the heavy metal sound, and it's incredible. That drop just came out of nowhere. Let's do that again. Whew. Okay, let's take a moment. That 2 minutes just flew by. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. I mean, to begin with, the first thing you always notice about Babymetal is just the production of both the music and the video is just top tier. Yes, I've heard some criticisms of Babymetal, and I do understand where people are coming from, but you have to give everyone credit. Like the performers, the singers, you can tell they work their butts off, and yes, there probably is a huge crew that goes into all the production, but it's the same with most bands nowadays, and it doesn't matter. Like art is art, and you have to appreciate the end result when it's this tight and it's this good. It's kind of a different style to. I mean, Babymetal have quite a range. They've done a lot of experimenting and genre blending, but I feel like again this is like a new direction. The rhythm, I don't know how to describe it. It's a slight sprinkling of pop and rock and roll, that the rhythm and like in the verse, something about the vocals, I'm not sure why it gave me a rock and roll feel, if it's just the melody, but like a very challenging vocals throughout the whole thing, both rhythmically and melodically. She's such an incredible singer. Now also wondering, can you educate me on the lineup, because last time I reacted to them there was only two members, or two front ladies, shall we say. So, did the previous third member come back? Is that someone else? I'm a bit out of the loop, so please fill me in on that. But yes, I love although we haven't seen Tom Morello yet, there are some moments where I can kind of hear his influence, because you think about Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave, Tom is very good at like strong dynamics, like a bit of silence and then hitting you with very powerful drops and heavy guitar riffs out of nowhere. And that's happening all the time in this. Everything's stopping and starting. You don't really get a chance to settle in the nicest way possible. You're constantly like enthralled and on the edge of your seat. And there was so many different sections in that. I couldn't believe it. It just kept going. This video and everything's incredible. There's a lot to take in. Right, I'm just going to take it back a little bit. Let's maybe even watch that little chorus section again and keep going.
Metali.
Oh, yes! Oh, he's a naughty boy, isn't he? Let's take I'm right at the end. Let's just finish. Oh my goodness. That was over in a flash. I can't believe how many different things happened there, because by the time we got to that first chorus, I guess, it feels weird to even say chorus because there were so many different catchy things within that piece. I thought they were just going to go through that sort of same sequence, that same process again. But no, they went into that again. I was talking about how Tom Morello, a lot of his music, and Babymetal, I suppose, they're very good at sort of just bringing everything back, giving you silence, giving you a moment to breathe, and then hitting you with everything just in 1 second. And that was a very odd, was that spoken voice, that interesting sounding voice, and just saying Metali, and then straight in, and very quintessential Tom Morello solo there. I'm sure all your guitarists know that he's famous for using the whammy pedal or a pitch shifting pedal. So usually you just hit the pedal down and it will make the note go up an octave, or you can program it however you want. And that sounded so fun, and it really actually worked perfectly with the riffs and everything else in the song. It was very on theme. And then again, there was sort of I think he was maybe using he may have been using the same pedal, but some kind of harmonizer pedal after that. So he's playing a note, and then you're kind of getting a fuzzy. It was giving a fuzzy harmonized melody note to go with it. So a very interesting sound, and again, so much happening. You've got that kokyu looping in the background as well, which you can actually still hear quite clearly, even though there's so much happening. I mean, that must have been a nightmare to mix. There was so much happening. I'm trying to learn to mix at the moment, and I would fail so badly with that because there are so many different elements fighting each other, but still it sounded really clear. And there's the video was quite fitting for the song because it was just overwhelming. I didn't even realize we got to the end of the song there. I kind of want to just take it back. Let's take it in a bit more. Yeah, I just want to hear the solo.
Metali. Metali.
guitar. Wow. You know, the other thing, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I feel like Japanese traditional music, or like a lot of it, is based around the pentatonic scale. I mean, a lot of East Asian music has that influence, and that scale is used so much in rock, metal, blues. So you can kind of see how it's an easy stepping stone sometimes to genre mix, and like his guitar solo at the end there, very much just obviously a very creative sound he's got there, but he's still very much just playing the pentatonic scale, and a lot of the vocal melody lines throughout that were using the pentatonic scale as well. So again, although that was so crazy and so mad, there was always something tying it all together. There was always a parity, a consistency that made it blend and work. And I mean, quite overwhelming for a first listen, but that was great fun. Awesome to see Tom Morello, and awesome to see Babymetal again. It's been a while, so yeah, that was very enjoyable. I had a great fun with that. So I hope you all enjoyed that as well. Let me know what you thought of this song, of the reaction or anything. I would love to hear from you. And if you have time, I've got a brand new comedy music video. Check it out in the description. I would absolutely love it if you could give it a watch and let me know what you think. All right, thanks everyone. I'll see you next time.